I'm here with Avalaura Gaither, Master of
Gaither.
Social Work. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. You are proud to unveil the Girl Live Your Life Guided Self-Love Journal. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's actually a journal that I created after working with clients for almost 20 years now, and recognizing that self-love was really the foundation for a lot of the problems that they were having. Working with a lot of professional women, doing really well, highly educated, right? Seemingly have the American dream, all of the things that we consider to be successful, but still not feeling fulfilled, still not feeling like they're doing really living life on their own terms. So for me, like, Girl Live Your Effing Life was all about like how can you really figure out who you are, what you really want in life, and then how to live it, and understanding that self-love is the foundation for all of that.
That's beautiful. You know, 1 in 5 women experience mental health challenges annually. Why is self-care and mental health well-being important?
I mean, really, what you just said. We're in the middle of Mental Health Awareness Month, and I'm glad we're finally having this. But we didn't have talks like this, right? Many years ago. Like we're just starting to really talk about mental health and normalize it. And you'll see people talking about the importance of having a therapist, and that they have a therapist, and they have a life coach, or in some other healing modality. And so we need to have more talks, and really normalize people actually understanding that their mental health is just as important as their physical health. And if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to have either. Like that's just the reality of the situation. If you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to have good physical health. If you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to have good mental health. So self-care really isn't even just about mental health, it's about physical health as well. Because what are you eating? What are you putting in your body? Are you exercising? Right? And for mental health, what are you putting in your mind? What are you listening to? Who's in your circle supporting you? Right? What stress relievers do you have? What type of self-care practices are you doing, when life is life in, right? Because that's just going to happen for everybody. So it's really important for our overall well-being for any person who wants to live a healthy life.
Most definitely. And coincidentally, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And you have an
Mhm.
event coming up on the 26th. Can you talk about that event?
Yeah, so it's a Girl Live Your Effing Life brunch, and so it's actually after, titled after the journal. And actually, here, let me see. Here's the journal. Um, this is the copy of the journal, and it's titled after this. And people were like, "Are you gonna do book signings? Like, are you gonna do a book tour?" And I'm a little unconventional, right? This is all about living life on your terms, right? So that means I need to be living life on my terms and doing things that are authentic to me. I didn't want to do a book tour. I didn't, want to do any of that. But I said, you know what? I like to eat. My tribe knows I like to eat. Let's do a brunch. You know what I mean? Like, let's have a good time. Let's celebrate sisterhood and self love with some soul food. Okay. So that's what I decided to do. So I'm hosting a brunch in Odenton, Maryland on May 26th. So if you're in the DMV area or near the DMV area, from 12 to 3 p.m. And it's really just going to be a good time. I mean, it's going to be celebrating sisterhood. I'll be taking you through some of the journal prompts. In the journal, you will get a copy of the journal as well as a lot of other goodies. I have some other businesses who have provided their products for the swag bag. So you're going to get some other good stuff. There's going to be Reiki treatments, massage treatments, astrology readings, and, really, really good food, and just an overall amazing experience with just some beautiful women.
Oh, you talk about astrology. You It's mentioned in your bio that you're an intuitive consultant. What is
Mhm.
that exactly?
Really, what that means is that, yes, I'm educated. I have my receipts, right? I went to Howard University. I got my master's degree and my bachelor's degree from Howard
Congratulations, that's
University.
amazing. Yeah, amazing
Thank
institution.
you. Absolutely. And I loved it. It was a great experience. But ultimately, I still come from a place of intuition. Right. And so I think it's important to have those receipts to make sure that you have, that if you're an expert in your field, right, you've been educated, you've done those things. But ultimately, I don't value that over my own intuition. Right. And so I trust my intuition. I use it with my clients. It allows me to really help to tap into their intuition and who they are, and it just allows me to help them a lot faster because I can see beyond whatever it is that they're presenting to me, whatever they're saying to me. I can look beyond that and using my intuition to help me do that.
For sure. Being an alumnus of Howard University, one of the most famous alumnus is Sean Diddy Combs. He's someone like, who's been in the news quite lately. What do you have any thoughts, your fellow alum, having all these accusations against him?
Well, let me say this. He went to Howard. He did not graduate from Howard.
Yeah, true indeed.
So let's say that, right? Here's the reality, right? Like I was there um when Puffy was, Puffy in his prime, right? In the 90s when Biggie was actually on campus during homecoming. Like I was there
Yeah.
during that time. And it's like what can you say? Like it's sad. Like if it's all true, I have to say that because I'm not a lawyer, right? If allegations are true, it's really sad. And it, everybody who has I'm talking about, trauma and mental health and all of that, right? Who has been a victim, right? They deserve justice. I mean, that's just the reality, regardless of where he went to school, regardless of who he quote unquote is, what he's done, for hip hop or whatever. Like it's the whole thing is really sad. I would love to say I hope it's not true. Um, but the reality is that he's not alone. Like he is not the only one perpetrating using power and privilege, allegedly using power, right, to traumatize other individuals. And wherever that's happening and whoever is doing it needs to stop. And it's even more reason why people need self-love, because that's what happens. There's a lot of people who are being victimized and they're not going through the healing process. And so, I have a saying, right? Hurt people who have not healed hurt people. And so when you look at that, if you're victimizing people, who victimized you? Right? Like,
Right.
how were you hurt for you now to do that to other people? And the reason that continues is because you did not go through your own healing process. You did not develop love for yourself, let alone anybody else, to know how to treat people accordingly. And so the reality is that speaks even more to what we've just been talking about. In order to really love yourself, to take care of yourself, to protect your mental health, so you don't victimize people, so you're not taking out your trauma on others.
Most definitely. Avalaura Gaither, well said. I really enjoyed speaking with you. What's next for you in your journey?
Yeah, so for me, I'm gonna just keep doing what I love, and that's working, with the individuals that I'm working with, helping them through their healing process. Really working with high achievers who, again, seemingly have it all, but then recognize when they get to the mountaintop, like, wait, is this it? Is this what I worked so hard for? Like, there's got to be more out of life. And so, really working with them, a lot of speaking. I have several speaking engagements coming up over the next several months, actually to the top of the year. I think I'm booked out until January. I just booked a speaking engagements for January. So continuing to do a lot of speaking with different organizations and conferences, retreats, things like that. And taking care of myself, taking care of my family, living this thing we call life.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you so much. You're welcome back anytime. I really appreciate speaking with you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ryan Glover here. I hope you guys enjoyed my most recent interview with Avalaura Gaither. If you guys liked it, make sure you comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, if you want to check out some of my work, go on my website, ryan-glover.com. Check out my book, Surviving the Sack After Strike. Follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Ryan Glover 187 on Instagram, TikTok, Ryan Glover 18, Twitter, Ryan Glover 1982.